As one of the most highly educated and morally superior than you artists in the entire world, I, Louis Guidetti, will now grant you my insurmountable knowledge on the topic of proper line technique in figure drawing. But first, you need to sharpen your pencil as such. Take an X-Acto knife and always covering away from your body. Shave about 2 inches down until an inch of lead is showing. Taper that to the lead so bystanders will think you know what you're doing. Then take a medium grade sandpaper and evenly sharpen the lead into a fine point. Then take a cloth and wipe off the dust with said cloth. In this manner, your pencil will stay sharper longer and your level of accuracy will be boosted to unspeakable levels. Well, Peasants, I have a masterpiece here that I'm going to be demonstrating to the side of, and I'm going to show you how I did all these expertly crafted lines with what technique that I use. But first, let me show you how I see a lot of the morons drawing when they first start. I never did this because I'm a genius. Essentially, if they wanted to start drawing the leg, they say, okay, I'm just gonna grip the pencil here. I'm just gonna go down and say, okay, well, there's the buttocks right there, and it's about that big. And then I'm just gonna shade it down. I'm just shading it down. It looks like a Yeti. And by the time they come up around here, you have 2 or 3 different positions, and it's obviously incorrect until the teacher comes up and say, Juan, you did an excellent job with this. Louis, why can't you draw the head 5 times bigger like Juan did? I think it's very expressive. And then Juan looks at the teacher and says, I did? And she said, yes, you meant to. It's very expressive. Everything is curved, which doesn't work. You can't really measure off of curves as easily as you can very crisp and straight lines, which is what I am trying to get you to be able to do. So the technique that I want to show you is actually quite simple. It's going to increase the dexterity in your hand, but also is going to help your drawing to be more precise just by cleaning the technique up. And essentially, you want to have a very sharp pencil right here, and we're going to fade the line onto the paper instead of digging it in, which would scar the paper and essentially destroy the drawing. So how do I want you gripping this pencil? Essentially, I grip it about right here. I have my 3 fingers holding it right here, and then I don't press it up against my hand. I have it out a little bit, and this will ensure that the line is not going to be too hard and dig into the paper. It might take some practice, but you can develop quite a bit of control holding this way. Then I'm going to take my pinky, and I'm going to use it to glide across the paper. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your pencil, and I want you to bring it right up to the paper, and we're just going to hold it right here. And then we're going to press it ever so slightly. So we're going to take the pencil, and we're just going to tap the angle in which we want right here. Make sure we get the angle, and then I want us to fluidly put the line down and just fade it onto the paper. In doing this, you're going to have a much more crisp, clear, precise, and accurate line that will push your drawing forward tremendously. What's more, if we want to go through and cross through it, we do it with one very solid, clear line, then we have this point that we have created right here. And this is much easier to judge off of than curves. And in this way, I just want you to try to do one straight line and just fade it on. So we're just going to tap, get the angle right. We don't need to draw the line straight up. Just tap, and then we just go through and we commit. And this is why we need to have a very sharp pencil. And then just keep on practicing this. Go at different angles. So we're going to go vertical. And so I'm moving my entire arm as I do this. And just fade the line into existence. And then what we can do, we can come through and we can kind of clean it up just a little bit. We can try going horizontal. There we go. And just practice. But we must be fluid in our line work. And so, for example, if I wanted to draw this leg right here, all right? Well, we go through, we do what I like to call the pencil tap. Pencil tap, we get the width. And then from here, at this point, what angle is it? It's going in slightly, just a little bit, about right there. And then we just come straight across here and get this angle. Okay, that's the angle. And there we go. And we very lightly draw the leg in. And then from here, we can go down to the ankle, get the width here, and then make sure this angle is correct, and then we can just go through and put it on like that. And you might be saying, but Louis, we're not drawing transformers. There's going to be curves in the figure. True. So essentially, once we get these points correct, and say you want to draw the calf region, we just break it up into smaller angles. And then we take our eraser, knife edge, and we just go in and we cut down as such. And this is how we form the leg. There we go. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be making more videos like this with the goal of making this type of classical training more accessible outside of an academy. Your face is an academy. Look, if you wish to be a highly sophisticated and upstanding member of society like myself, a degree of discipline and maturity is required. Out of my abundance of wisdom and compassion, I will provide you with the right art resources to assist you on this most noble and dangerous quest. So until next time, I am Louis Guidetti. Surprise attack!